after, Keg?
We are off to the back of beyond.
We are
And then when we get to the back of beyond, we're actually further than that, aren't we?
We are, and this is very narrow, and don't complain because I've got a drop on this side as well. So this is as wide as this cabin road goes, all right?
So we
It's
are...
specky though,
It is specky.
The only problem is Keg's got a drop
Yeah, down my
on
side.
one side of her,
Yeah, and I don't
which
like
is
drops.
which is not making her happy.
If we get...
Wow.
And we are down
There.
there. Okay, that's not creepy in the slightest when it gets dark and
When it's pitch dark.
just us
And
two.
all the tourists have gone.
Whose freaking stupid idea was this?
Just popped into my head. It's one of those moments.
Great, thanks. Can't wait.
Nature, Keg. Nature. Look
Yeah, I
at
love,
it.
you know how much I
Look
love
at the
nature.
So this is where we're staying tonight. You can just see the little cabin there. You can hear the water. There's woods, trees. We're in a state park. How cool is this, Keg?
We've been told there's there's bears, skunks, bobcats,
Deer
deer,
and big feet.
and big feet. Yeah,
Big feet country.
yeah.
We are here in Babcock State Park. And the reason we're here is because Paranormal Quest did an investigation once, didn't they? Twice they've done an investigation. And Dawson Toller has done an investigation
Yeah,
here.
he did one the other day.
Yep. And we thought, you know what, we should as well. So
As we're in the area.
it was a spur of the moment thought. It was like over I don't know, what was it over? We were eating tea, weren't we?
Well, it was only 2 days ago.
It was only 2 days ago. And here's a weird thing, guys. All of the national park cabins are booked out. In fact, Jason from Paranormal Quest, who works for the parks and whatnot, got a message to say all of them are booked out because it's a long weekend this weekend, except one cabin that just happened to be free. And it's cabin 13.
It is cabin 13.
Cabin 13 is a bit of a tragic one. I don't know how we're going to go tonight because I think I'm going to feel a little bit like Valiska.
Mm-hmm.
A bit uncomfortable doing this one. But cabin 13, it was tragic. And we are going to go into this story soon. So we are here. We're now at cabin 13. I've just unlocked the door but I haven't walked in. We've only just got down here with our bags. And I think it'd be interesting to get both our feelings because Paranormal Quest have given their feelings, but I think we need to give ours. So I don't know if you want to walk in. It'll be dark in there, I reckon.
Do you want to go in first?
I wonder if I can put a torch on. I can. So we're going to go in. So this is the cabin. Turn the light off.
It's doesn't feel too. To me, doesn't feel too bad. What about you?
I must admit, I'm surprised that I don't feel. I reckon everything's been moved around.
I do. I don't think this bed's in this.
Not when Paranormal Quest were here, because he was lying down the edge of it. I reckon it was over here.
I reckon it was over there.
So I reckon this is where it all happened. So I think now it's time to reveal what's happened here. And for that, we have Jason from Paranormal Quest, who is also a local. He's going to join us now, and he's going to give us the horrible history of this cabin.
Yeah.
Cabin 13.
Hello.
Well, what are y'all doing
Well,
here?
we thought we'd just stay the night here.
Well, hey, it's good to see y'all.
Good to see you. So you're coming to join us tonight?
Sure, at least for a little while.
Because you've been here before.
I have.
And
Been
we
here one time. It's going on here pretty soon, be about a year ago.
Yeah. So are you going to tell us maybe what's happened before and what the whole story is?
I certainly can.
Excellent. And is he going to leave the door open?
You know what? It would help to keep the warmth in here, to keep the door closed. So here at Babcock State Park, specifically Cabin 13, back April 10th, 1996, Reverend Michael Flippo and his wife Cheryl Flippo, they came here to the cabin to spend the night. And I understand this was something that they would do at times. This wasn't their first stay at Babcock. They were known to come up here and they enjoyed this area, this part of the state, because they were from Nitro, which is a couple hours away. But on that night, I believe it was around midnight or a little later, presumably they were both asleep, at least Mrs. Flippo was asleep. In this general area where we're standing right now is where the bed was. And Michael had gotten up and he had taken what was later determined to be a piece of firewood and started to beat his wife Cheryl ultimately to death, bludgeon her to death in right here in this room. And it was a very rainy night that night. I'm assuming the first blow, of course, she's in bed, probably startled her. I'm assuming, fell out of bed. I mean, she ended up on the floor. It's where she was found. But like I say, the bed at the time was kind of off to your left-hand side, and she was found between the wall and the bed there. So no one really knows, only Michael, how long he spent in here. Ryan, Dave, and I, we have some ideas that perhaps he went out of the cabin. Out there's a little creek out here, which is Glade Creek, and we just have a hunch that perhaps he went to the Glade Creek just to kind of rinse himself off, because certainly as brutal as this killing was, he had to have been covered with some blood and who knows what else. And anyhow, so he came back in the cabin, and this is pretty much determined just because later on the responding deputy would find basically bare footprints in here. So of course had to come from somewhere. And ultimately he left the cabin and he ran down the park road down to park headquarters, which I would say is probably a fifth of a mile or so. Certainly a little bit of a distance to travel in the middle of the night in the dark. I mean, it is dark around here when the sun goes down, but in the rain at that. So he gets to park headquarters. He used the payphone to dial 911. His initial report to 911 was that him and his wife, staying here in the cabin, had been attacked by a group of 10 to 12 people, which sounds a little far-reaching, a little outlandish. And the call basically went to the Fayette County Sheriff's Department. Responding officer was Sheriff's Deputy Charles Bryant. Now, Mr. Bryant at the time was about 30 minutes away in the town of Fayetteville, and he started to head this way to respond. Went out as a disturbance call. When he pulled into the park, past the entrance, right there on the front porch of the headquarters near the phone, he found Mr. Flippo sitting, just wearing nothing but white underwear. He was soaking wet, of course, and, you know, distraught. When Deputy Bryant pulled up, Mr. Flippo was kind of, don't hurt me, and all this. And so Deputy Bryant had to kind of calm him down a little bit. And
just one of the lights
Yeah, I saw that.
went off just as you were getting to that bit.
yeah, I thought I seen that at the corner.
Yeah.
I was a sergeant with the Fayette County Sheriff's Department. I was in Fayetteville at the time. It was raining real hard. I received a disturbance complaint from Babcock State Park, individual stating he had been attacked by 10 to 12 people in a cabin, him and his wife. At the time I arrived at the scene, he was sitting on the porch at a paid telephone at the main headquarters there at the parking lot when I arrived. When I pulled up, he was in white underwear, had a cut on the right side of the underwear. It was raining, he was wet. When I pulled up, he started screaming, "Don't hit me, don't touch me." I told him, and of course I had my blue lights on the car. I told him who I was. I wasn't there to hurt him, I was there to help him. I was trying to get some more facts about what had taken place. He told me 10 or 12 guys came in the cabin and attacked him and his wife. I asked him where his wife was at. He said, I think she's still at the cabin. He was erratic in his speech and everything. I asked him how he got there. He described the car perfectly, but he couldn't remember things other than the car.
But like I say, Bryant had calmed him down and reassured him that he was here responding to his call for help. So he had him get into his patrol cruiser. They then traveled down the same park road that Mr. Flippo had just ran through. And they parked at the top of the hill. This cabin is kind of located at the bottom of the hill, and a couple parking spots up at the top of the hill. So as he pulls up, he told Michael, stay here in the car, I'm going to go check the house. And that's what happened.
When I arrived here, I told him to stay out in the car, and I came down to check the scene. As I approached the cabin, I looked for anything out of place, disorder or anything. I went to the back door, which we passed on the walkway. I went to knock on it. I opened up the screen door. There's a bag of garbage that fell out of the door. So I know no one had been in or out of that door. I then listened. There was no sounds or anything. I came around to the front door. The door was open. The screen door was shut. I announced myself through the screen door, asked for anybody responding. There's no noise, nothing coming out of the cabin. I shined my flashlight through the cabin looking because it was raining, nasty outside. I shined the flashlight through to see if there was any tracks or anything on the floor. The only prints I seen on the floor was bare footprints. I then entered the cabin. The bed was sitting adjacent to the door. I seen a spot of blood where the pillow would have been. I shined the light around the room, didn't see nothing else. Walked through the room into the kitchen area, checked it, see if anyone was there. No one was there. As I came back, set of steps to the right side of the room, led up to a loft. I went up in the loft. There was another bed there with a pillow missing off of it. I looked around the floor for the pillow. I shined the light over top of the rail down into the main room, and that's when I observed her on the floor between the bed and the wall. And I determined there wasn't no other people in the area at that time. Had there been, I couldn't really determine, but the evidence didn't lead that direction. I left the room here, secured it, made sure no one else came in. He was coming back down the sidewalk when I went back outside. I escorted him back up to my vehicle. At that time, I called for backup, helped secure the scene, and called for an ambulance. Like I said, the pillow was gone off the bed. I believe a chair was moved around. It might have been turned over or something, but it didn't look like no struggle. Nothing big was moved or anything like that. It's just little things. It was determined at that point that a block of firewood had been used, and she was hit with it repeatedly.
Of course, at that point, he comes down. He went over to get a closer look to check on her. And at that point, it was pretty obvious that there was nothing that could be done for her. And presumably the piece of firewood was nearby because Deputy Bryant determined that she was, whoever did this to Cheryl basically bludgeoned her with that piece of firewood. About this same time that he's getting a closer look at Cheryl, he notices out the window. This is something I found to be slightly chilling, just to add to all this already. He looks out the window and Michael is coming around the cabin. And he had already told him, said, stay in the cruiser. So now you can imagine putting yourself in Deputy Bryant's mind. He doesn't know what's going on. There's a deceased person who's obviously been murdered. And so he turns around very quickly, goes to the door, and,
Ooh, all the lights went off then.
Was it more than one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the whole lot. The whole lot just went off. Just when you said the word murdered. You know what I might do? Okay, can you just turn that other camera on? Or put your phone on it, videotaping, whichever. Yep, that's it. Oh,
there it is.
You got it again there. Okay, cool. Cool, all right.
But like I say, lastly, he went out and confronted Mr. Flippo and told him, said, I told you to stay in the car, go back to the car, and pretty much the rest is history. After that, essentially, Mr. Flippo was tried and convicted of his wife Cheryl's murder, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Currently, as we're speaking right now, he is still incarcerated in the state of West Virginia at the Mount Olive Correctional Complex. And
Lights. We got it that time.
And from what I understand, he will remain there until he passes away. So, but again, it's just a strange twist to the story that he was a pastor.
Yeah.
He had his own church over in Nitro, and there's some speculations as to the motive, as to why he did this. You're just imagining doing something like that, especially with that weapon, is so personal. It's just sadistic. It's just brutal. But yeah, there's some different speculations as to why he did it. Ultimately, no one knows but him.
Yeah.
So.
So when you came, what did you remember? Anything happening?
I do remember a couple things. Early on in that evening when I was here with the guys, we did have a couple rather faint, but obviously noticeable noises that came. I remember back near like the kitchen area. It wasn't like voices or anything, but it was almost just like weight shifting on the floor. A tap, I believe we had. I know a little bit later on that night we were actually, the three of us were out enjoying the campfire and just letting some equipment run in here, more or less as an abandonment session. And I believe it was the Ovulus that ended up producing a couple interesting responses. I remember specifically two words that came out was wife and murder. Came through the Ovulus in a relatively short window of time, if I remember correctly. So obviously that's rather peculiar at the very least. But those two instances really stand out to me. Otherwise, it was a rather quiet night. I know Ryan and Dave that evening had said that, because certainly they had already filmed here once prior. This was my first time at the time coming to Cabin 13, but they said that their first visit here, they felt they had a little more activity.
Yeah.
But for what it's worth, even though it's kind of subjective, I do know that when I first walked in with the guys, I was following them in. I didn't, like I say, it was the first time I was here. I had no idea where it happened in here or anything. And I just remember feeling just it was brief, but I just remember feeling this, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just a feeling. And I said, okay, and I just kind of stood and just kind of, thought about it. And I made a comment about it. And Ryan said, well, it was right over there. So.
And how did you feel tonight walking in?
Honestly, so far, I can't say I felt really anything.
Yeah.
I always try and, differentiate and make sure I'm cognizant of, yes, I know what happened here, but not letting that, affect my emotions or my feelings. So, aside from that, I can't say I really feel anything.
But it's weird because we're saying the same thing. We found it strangely.
We did. We found it really calm, but we've had a couple of strange things.
We have, because we thought you were coming earlier, because we were sitting there about 2 hours ago. I think it was about 6:30, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We heard those steps out there, like wood, with the rubber on. It's like a thud thud, like steps.
Okay.
But there was nobody out there. We almost expected you to come down those steps.
Right.
Fortunately, just turned the camera off, hadn't we? Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, I've got a hover. You've seen the hover air that follows me around.
Yes.
And it follows you into buildings. All right, I could not get the hover air to come through that doorway. Okay, this is the first weird thing, Keg. Mm-hmm. Our little hover always follows us into buildings. Does it not?
Yeah.
It will not come over the threshold. It is literally Will not come under the threshold. Running out of battery power now, but come on. Come on. Nah. That is really bizarre. So it just will not follow.
It's on follow mode.
And it is on follow mode, as you saw as we came down the stairs. And as you see in every other video, it comes in the door and it's got clearance.
Are you serious?
Even when it was lined up with me, it got to the doorway and refused to come in. Doesn't matter how often I've danced in front of it, got it to try and come in, it would not cross the threshold.
Right to the
Right to the threshold and then just did not come in.
That is very strange.
Which is very odd because you've seen it going into buildings and
Sure.
it's... And you said you've heard reports of people waking up in the night?
Yes, I mean, unless I'm totally dreaming, which I know I'm crazy, but unless I'm really crazy, I want to recall Ryan and Dave, I believe, told me that they had heard from somebody that, because again, shortly after, years after the murder, again, the bed was, like I say, over here, and people would wake up and sometimes see like a darker silhouette or a shadow type of figure standing on the loft, kind of seemingly looking down here. And, we don't know as a fact, but we just kind of wondered if perhaps that's why they ultimately moved the bed to where it's at now, to where people won't even be able to look up there. Now, I know it must have been a story that they heard from someone, because we did kind of discuss, okay, what could that have been? And, we wondered, and it may be a stretch, but we wonder if it would be Deputy Bryant. I mean, even though he's still with us amongst the living, perhaps could that have been some kind of static impression of that his energy left behind?
Well, I don't know. We'll give it a go, see what happens.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's hope there's nothing here. And
Yeah, we hope there's nothing here.
we're
don't
kind
want
of
it to be.
hoping there's nothing here. I was just saying to Kag earlier, we're hoping there's nothing here, and that maybe whatever was here has passed on or moved on.
Found
Just
some
because
peace.
it's such a recent thing and it's something different for us. We don't usually touch anything that's this recent
No.
and tragic, and it's a weird thing for us to do this tonight. And part of me hopes that nothing happened, because it would be nice to think that she's now at peace and she's moved on.
Sure.
So, but we'll see.
But we've also said,
Hmm.
if anything does happen, it's not necessarily her though, is it?
No, could be anything.
You know,
Right.
people die in hotel rooms, cabins, motels, caravans all the time.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah.
And plus, something else to consider and keep in mind is, 150 plus years ago, there was some Civil War activity in this general part of West Virginia. I don't know specifically about anything major going on in this immediate area, but certainly it's possible that there could have been some Civil War movement and or activity around here. And of course, taking it farther back even to Native Americans. You never know.
That's right. Do you want to start?
Do I have to? All right. Okay, does anybody here, we don't wish you any harm, we don't wish you any disrespect whatsoever. We just want to talk to you, if we possibly can. My name is Kag, and I know that's a very strange name. And I've got a couple of people tonight.
I'm Alison.
And I'm Jason.
You might recognise Jason because he's been before.
So if there is anybody here tonight, can you make a noise or light up one of the lights, please? Just to let us know that you're here and that you can hear us, so you understand us.
If anybody can hear us and wants to come and interact, maybe from the cabin, Or from the land. We'd love to know if there's anybody here. Well, actually, we probably don't want anybody to be here. Especially as we're sleeping here tonight, Kank.
Is that?
I kind of wish, I'm kind of hoping there's nobody here or nothing here. But we thought we'd try and chat.
Are you okay with a gentleman being in the building with us? He's our friend. So he's not scary.
He's very kind. Again, I'm going to point out one thing about these lights on the stairs, guys, is I haven't seen those lights go off once since we stopped the interview.
Yeah.
And the only time I saw them go off was when you were talking about the murder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only time I've seen those lights on the stairs go off.
No, that was pretty cool as well, wasn't it? The thing is, you don't want to keep going over and over and over it, do you?
It's a hard thing, isn't it?
Right.
Because you can't get away from the fact it happened.
My stomach.
Mine as well.
Miss Flippo, or whoever is here, my friends Allison and Cag, they have traveled a long distance to come and hopefully speak with you tonight here.
It's his stomach.
And if there is any way possible that you can let us know, give us a sign or a sound that you are here with us. We would greatly appreciate it.
Should we do an EVP burst?
Yeah. Just a little weird clicking right here.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the voice recorder there, haven't you?
Are you next to me?
Something up there.
Yeah.
That was quite heavy, wasn't it? We can hear some sounds, so I'm just wondering if that's you. Could you try a bit harder?
If you're upstairs in the loft area, don't mind you being there at the moment, but later on when I go to bed, could you come downstairs?
I prefer you being up there.
No, I think downstairs would be a good one for you.
I reckon we'll both be sleeping on this bed down here.
I think we're all going to sleep on this bed down.
It'll be a first.
We've never shared the bed before.
This will be a first on our episode. You will see us both sleeping together.
What if we leave Jason here because he needs to get going in a bit?
What time
When
is
we
it?
pop out, it's 20 past.
Okay, yeah.
What if we leave him in here to do a few minutes while we go out?
Alright, and then we do a Nestor's.
Before, yeah, because it was
Yeah,
going to be about half
because
past.
if you want, like I could do like 5 or 10 in here and give them some, ask a couple of questions and kind of help to set it up for it just being y'all.
Okay.
If that's
Yeah.
whatever y'all
That's
want.
fine, yeah. I'll put my phone, take some more pictures while I'm at it. All right, just tap on the window when you're ready for us to come back in.
Okay, sounds good. Once again, my name is Jason, and I'm from Fayetteville. My friends Allison and Cag, they are from Australia. So they've traveled quite the distance to be here tonight. It's me moving a little bit there. But Allison and Cag, they're very nice ladies, and they would love to get to speak to you tonight or see you. And none of us mean you any disrespect. These lights that the ladies have here, these devices, they're all used to let us know that you're here with us. If you get close to any one of them, you'll see that they will flash, they will turn colors, turn into pretty colors. I'm going to have to be, unfortunately, heading out in just a few minutes to head home. If you did speak to the ladies and or myself while I've been here, I do appreciate that. I know the ladies will certainly be looking forward to hopefully hearing or seeing you tonight. Before I leave, would you like to say hello or, for that matter, goodbye? Tripwire lights just flashed. Hello there. Kind of put the hair up on my arms a little bit, the timing of that. Thank you. Well, I'm going to need to get ready to head home, but it was nice to speak with you. And I'm going to leave the ladies here to enjoy their evening. Don't know what that was.
All right.
Welcome back.
Anything?
So, This would help if I get in the frame. So, not necessarily, but, well, yes and no.
Right.
So, at one point, I thought I heard like a little weird noise by the window here, but I didn't really note it. I did look, I was kind of looking, could have been nothing.
All right. Well, we were over fire, so we weren't.
Oh, you were doing
We
that?
were constantly just standing by
All
fire.
over there,
Yeah.
okay. And then I did hear like a very somewhat faint pop or like a click noise over this. I didn't know if it was maybe like the
I
camera.
was hearing clicking. It's not the camera. Camera doesn't make clicks.
Yeah,
But you heard that earlier.
I heard it earlier next to me.
right. Yeah, I think I heard that one too.
Yeah.
Well, and the very interesting thing that actually,
Do you want to see it?
when this happened, I actually got a little bit of goosebumps. Just a couple minutes ago, I said, well, I'm going to have to head home in a couple minutes and let the ladies enjoy their evening. And I said, you know, before I leave, would you like to say hello or even for that matter, goodbye? And within like 5 seconds, the tripwire, a couple lights lit up.
It's the first time that's happened since the interview.
Yeah. And as soon as that happened, I got chills.
Right. Oh, cool.
So I think
So it's
then
just very little stuff, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
But that's fine. Little
Sure.
things are good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
I mean, to me, it feels rather serene, kind of peaceful like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhat comfortable.
I agree.
I'm
I
still
agree.
sleeping with a light on though.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. But that tripwire thing, that was like, that caught me off guard. I wasn't like,
Well, considering, as I said, it hasn't gone off since. How long's it's been since the interview? What's the
that's
time?
probably almost an hour ago.
So that's the timestamp on there. Yeah.
And I told them, I said, you know, they would love to hopefully get to speak to you or, you know, see you tonight. I said, you know.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, see, I'm going to rouse them up and then let y'all just take care of it.
I like
And
that.
that calls himself a friend.
He calls himself a friend. Oh, they'd love to see you tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I just said. Thank you for that. Brought you along.
Are you staying or are you going to go?
I guess I'd probably better hit the road.
That's
Yeah,
I'd
that's
like to stay later, but
Yeah.
That's all right.
fair
No
enough.
issue.
All
Cool.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you all. It was a pleasure, as always.
Right. Okay. I think we'll just sit and chat and eat chocolate, shall we? Yeah? We'll just sit and chat and see if anybody wants to talk. Eat chocolate, because girls like to eat chocolate, don't we? Maybe I shouldn't eat them because they're a bit crunchy. Is anybody here that wants to talk? So let's just sit and have a girly chat. Oh. Are you pleased that Jason's gone now and it's just the girls here? So, if it is you that's with us, can you light up the lights? If you're happy that it's just ladies here now. You happy with that? Check on the fire. Okay. Well, I have just said, are you happy now that Jason's gone? Oh. I just lost balance. That Jason's gone.
Yeah.
And the lights went off.
Ah, okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah, I just said we're going to sit and have a girly chat and
See what happens.
yeah. So Cheryl, if you're here, just a girly time. We can talk about anything really. Can't we?
Could. Should I go on the headphones?
Yeah, headphones, everything's set up on the bed.
Trying to do it so I don't have my feet on the bed.
Alright, so there's my friend Alison is lying on the bed there. She's got some funny things on her ears, and that will help her be able to hear you properly. You can talk through her. So if you're here tonight, can you go up to my friend Alison and tell her what your name is? Are you pleased that Jason's gone now? And that it's just girls here?
Hi.
Hello.
You touch. I think it was touch you.
Oh, really? Okay. You can touch me if you want to. We're going to get a drink in a bit. Do you want to join us for a drink? Did you like beer? This is where we used to come to for a break. Oh, the lights. You don't want to talk to us?
Something about her.
Are you trying to tell us something?
I think that was hello.
Oh, hello. What were your favourite things to do? Did you used to like crafting? Did you used to like helping out? What did you used to do?
I thought I said, "Oh, you freak."
Oh, okay. Obviously talking to Alison, so that's fair enough. I like, if I get the time, I like to do some crafting, if I can.
Rat, I think.
Rat. Oh, I hope not. So, how often did you used to go to church? Can you tell me that? How often did you used to go? Did you go a lot to church? I suppose you would do, wouldn't you?
I might try my other one. It's hard to hear. Wasn't getting anything earlier, now we're getting stuff on it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit.
Alison's just with herself. Did you have any children? I've got two. I've got two boys, and Alison's got two children as well. She's got a boy and a girl. So did you have any?
Now I thought that said assault.
Okay, that's not good. Did you want to talk about what happened? I'm trying to avoid it, but if you want to talk about it, I will do. If you don't want us here, just tell us to get out, nice and clearly, and we'll leave you in peace, I promise. Say, get out.
Nah, I don't think there's too much.
Okay. Didn't really get much.
Nah, it didn't feel like there was anything
No.
intelligent coming through. Which again I'm not upset about, so I reckon what we'll do is, what do you think?
I think let's go and get a beer. Let's
And a
go
pizza.
I don't need a pizza.
I
but,
do. I need
Okay.
a bit of
Well,
pizza.
let's go and get a beer and some pizza.
I'll have it
Let's go
cold
and
though, I'm quite happy to have it cold.
Sit outside with our bonfire.
That's it. We've come back in. We've had a nice time around the bonfire.
Once we got the
We
stall
are
sorted.
absolutely soaking wet because it was raining, but hey,
It was nice in
it
a way,
still
though,
felt
wasn't it?
good.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if anything happened while we're out. We will have a look. You will know by now. But we're going to go to bed, and then we'll let you know in the morning how we've gone. We might have to turn a light on.
Or two.
Or two. And Kate's going to sleep upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sleep down. And hope it's all quiet. See, this is professional, Keg. Professional filming at its best. You know it's going to go off the edge, don't you?
Yeah. Professional.
That is professional.
You've got the
It's so
phone on
professional.
top of a folded up towel.
I have. Have you seen us?
Oh, God.
Have you
look
seen
like
us? This is us after a night in a supposed haunted cabin.
It was cold.
It was cold. It was freezing. We were out in the rain while we did an abandonment. And this is the effect, behind the scenes effect.
Yeah, look at that. I think I might just keep that. But this
That's
will
gorgeous.
become a trend at some
I
point.
take back everything I've said, that your hair never looks messy because it's curly, because it looks like shit. Bit like mine. So we're finished. We're cold. We're just having a hot cup of coffee. It's the next morning from last night. We can be a bit lighter in mood now. Just going to recap last night while we look like shit, because it just looks...
Funny.
Your hair just... I'm sorry. I'm sitting here trying to be serious, Keg, and all I can see is your hair.
It's, at least I'm not precious, eh?
No.
No.
At least neither of us is.
No.
Anyway, what did you think? We slept well.
We slept well.
Well, we didn't, because
Well,
we
we
were
did.
cold.
It was so cold.
But it wasn't anything to do with paranormal.
Yeah, we didn't sleep well because it was so cold. Apart from that, it was all fine. I'm just relieved nothing happened.
I'm
relieved. It sounds really bad as though we were hoping something. We didn't hope something would happen.
It had to be done.
It had to be done, and
Well, it didn't have to be done, but it was... We wanted to do it, because PQ had, and a lot of people have. And it's the way it came up. It just kind of fell into our lap, really, didn't it?
yeah.
It had 2 wings.
Sad story.
Glad we didn't get anything happening much. The little things, little curious little things with the equipment. But I honestly, it feels comfortable. I never really dwelt on the story last night while I was sleeping.
No.
I hope... No, sorry, I wasn't just doing that. It was a thing flew past. It was just a...
Was it an orb? You tried to get an orb?
I honestly hope that Cheryl has passed on and is at peace. As I said, sentence was served. The person was found, convicted. He's never getting out. So
Thankfully.
I can't see why she would stay here in one cottage in the middle of nowhere. So maybe what people are experiencing is just residual stuff, like the figure up on the top balcony there looking down. Whether that was just playing out from when the police officer went up there, happened to look down. So, and that makes me feel better.
Mm.
I can't say it isn't haunted. As we all know, it's... you can come into places and nothing happen one night. Another night it can kick off. So I'm not going to say it isn't haunted, but I would like to go away today and feel that she's moved on. Even Jason said it felt comfortable in here last night. So, and if she hasn't, then I'm just going to say again, Cheryl, you don't have to stay here. You really don't. Service has been done, sentence has been done. Punishment has been exacted on him. So you're free to leave. Now I look at Keg and I go, oh my God. Look at your face. We've had no sleep because we were so cold. I've got 6 layers on and we're off to investigate.
Tonight.
Tonight, in a big place where we need to be awake because it's one of the more expensive places, isn't it? So we can't waste it, Keg, by you falling asleep.
No, that's
It's got to be done tonight.
Yeah.
We've got to push through.
I wonder if you could investigate while asleep.
Well, you do.
That's true, I do, don't I? Yeah, I've just answered my own question, really.
You have really, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we're going. All right. We're going to find some warmth. Bye. And sorry about the look. We're not precious.